Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a flip through of my finished rose junk journal. Now this will be for sale in my Etsy store. Hopefully when you see this on video it will be live in there, available for sale. I'll just show you the outside. I found this, actually a lot of op shop stuff is a lot of secondhand stuff went into this make, which is really cool because you know, it's just great to sit down and use the stuff that you bring home. So this closure, this beautiful closure, is actually a belt, and it just clips open like that. Okay, clip shut. Where's the clip? Like that. So all as I did was take it down on the sewing machine so it wasn't as long as what, you know, a normal belt would be. Now you've seen me do the front cover online or on camera. All the front cover actually was done on camera, so you can go back and have a look at those previous videos. The only difference was here I put some of those grey silver motifs on, those rose motifs on there, and I did put that on the back. I may have showed that in a video anyway, I'm not sure. So it's got lots of fun fibres on all the paper clips in here, and got lots of lace, things like that. Two signatures, two big fat signatures. It measures approximately 7 inches by just over 9 inches, and is, I think it's 2 inches at the spine, but it sort of, you know, opens up to about 3 inches. So that's the approximate sort of measurements. Now let's yeah, so if you want to have a look at how I distressed all that, go back a few videos and you can check out that front cover. So this here was all upholstery fabric as well, and then I lined it inside with a rose doily, this beautiful rose doily. Alright, so in the front pocket, front sort of cover, I put a little pocket just with a couple of little cards things in there. And this rose journal came out of another book, which I've added one little Tim's Holt people holding a little rose on there. So this is the start paper of a piano roll, and I've just glued a nice little rose on there and done some stamping and inking. And you'll see this scrapbook paper throughout this make that I got from Spotlight, called Pretty Petals. This is just a little pocket here, you could put something in there if you wanted to. And in this make I've edged a lot of my pages in old dictionary book. I thought that could be something different, plus it gives, you know, that edge of your paper a bit of thickness and stability. And I have featured to quite a few of the Tim Holtz little people out of here. I thought it's about time I got them out and used them. Everybody knows that feeling. And I might have said on one of my other videos I was going to put something along this pocket. I ended up getting some bias binding, and it's all through here, this tartan coloured one, red tartan coloured one, with these little roses trim, and just these are some of my stamped tickets and things. This is just a little, what's the name, journal card, and this was an old card that I'd made quite a while ago, and I just took the front off so you can turn it into a journal card. So, you know, if you've got some old greeting cards sitting around that you've made and you haven't posted them or haven't done anything with them, you can change them into journal cards. Snack easy, just take the front off and away you go. So that's what I've done there. And you've seen me colour in these roses online. They were done with the Prisma pencils. So I made that into a pocket, and that's just a card, beautiful card that I've put in that pocket. Now I've also included some stenciling, not as much through this one, just lightly through some of the pages. This one here, I put it a napkin over some of this writing paper. And on this page here, I've got a belly band, and I've made that out of my gel paper, and just this little what do you call it, little snippet piece, and some of the bias binding along it. And I've just made a little book to go in that, and I've made it out of my jelly paper, and inside is just it's just sewn in with one signature and some of my tea dyed papers. So you get a nice little book, and nice little rose. Oh, well, it's not little, it's one of those big roses that I've got featured through here. Yeah, so that goes in the belly band. Grid paper, some old note paper. This was a colour in book that I'd cut out a page that was already coloured in and turned it into a pocket on that side, and instead of cutting it off I folded it over, and it's turned into a pocket on that side too, with just some little cards and bits of paper in it. Now all my paper clips in here that are holding things in have got some of my fun fibres on it, and this is just a doily, one of my printable doilies, and you can write on the back of that and use it as a little journaling spot. Some writing paper, another little, I think that was from Kezia Craft, this paper, but I've lined it with that that tartan fabric. There's another paper clip here, and all through this book there'll be a big rose featured in a pocket or somewhere, and it's got journaling space on the back. Okay, so they're the sort of features through this book. There was some wrapping paper, vintage wrapping paper, and here's another one of my jelly prints, and I've just collaged, you know, down the side with some book paper and a little Tim Holtz figure and some words out of a book. And this is the other side of the jelly plate, and this was a I might have showed that in the previous video too. It came off a bed set, and I scanned it and used it as a tuck spot there, and made a little book, just collaged up on the front of it, and made a little book with a doily in it. Little paper bag just with a little journal card in it. Beautiful prints out of old vintage books here. This beautiful paper here came from those Pretty Petals pack, scrapbook pack, and that just flips up like that, and you can write in it and under it. This was a piece of drawer lining paper. That's there's a few bits throughout here like that, and this one's got some collaging on here on those papers. Some more collaging down this side with a little side pocket of roses, plain card, which I've just made in some writing space on the back, and other little tags and things you can write on. This was another drawer liner paper too, which I included in here, both roses. Alright, this page flips up, and that's my jelly print there. So all that's all 100% handmade by me, all the jelly prints in here. You won't get another one the same as that. So that's my art contribute, what do you call it? My artistic contribution, or whatever you call it, in here. And yeah, and whatever else I show coming up that I've made. myself. So that's a flip, and then you've just got some paper under there to write on, and then this flips that way and it's an envelope. So that was made out of beautiful book paper. So everything's roses, of course. Some more book paper, paper doily, and I've just put a little stencil on that, and some little rose flip outs. I couldn't decide which rose to use, so I folded it like this so you could enjoy both of them. They're actually stunning. So this is some of that Pretty Petals scrapbook paper, and that's been folded up so that you can have a pocket, and inside this pocket there's a big pink what do you call them cards, those what's the name cards, they're I can't think of the name. Here's another greeting card that I made, and I just took just cut it down the middle to take the front off, and it's turned it into a journal card then. And then here's another journal card with rose and a tag. So it's a great way to use up some of your cards that you may not have sent somewhere, or you know, pop them in your junk journal. Alright, and then there's another piece of that linen that I cut out a little rose and made a little pocket. That's one of my homemade tickets with some stamping. Paper bag that I printed on, a lunch bag. Come out so pretty. And I didn't stick it to the paper or anything, I just sat it down in the back of the printer and off it went. So some more vintage rose books there. This one's another little pocket to put some paper in. Just some collaging down the side of some tea-dyed paper, and on the other side is my jelly print of the roses there. Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. So this one on this side has got some of that collage papers that I made from Witchcraft Do You Do, and I've just included in that some papers. I think there's about 3 in each little bundle of papers here. Yeah, just got little roses on it. It just sits in there like that. Beautiful little laces, if I didn't say that already, as we went along. All sorts of little laces that I've included in here. This was a pocket I made quite a while ago, and I didn't end up putting it on anything, but it's got it's got all sorts of little tags and bits and pieces in there, and the back one you can put right down as well. It's a tag off a Sheridan sheet set, and yeah, I just love how this one came out. I don't know why I used it in anything, but it is now, it's in here. Alright, so then we've got more of that beautiful little rose illustrated book there. Some tracing paper, and in the middle of this first signature is this Hobbytex doily, beautiful Hobbytex doily that you could pin things on here or do whatever you want with it. I just like it. It reminds me of my mum. And then we've got tracing paper on the other side of that rose book. In this fold here, there's another little retro card here that I found at the op shop with roses on it. Little tab here with the bias binding tape. So on this page here, we've got another featured big rose with journaling space on the back, and I've just collaged again on my jelly prints. And each of these has got some of my fun fibres on each of these paper clips, which you'll see will build up as we go along. Here's another little pocket, just a little side tuck, if I can get that out, with writing paper in it. Some stenciling here of a big rose on tea-dyed paper, and we've got some beautiful little laces on that. That was quite an old lace, that one. More retro book pages, and there's the other side of that lunch bag. That does open, but it's only very thin paper. You could put something in there, but alright, here's the other side of that pocket, and here's the tags that I made in a previous video. I'll try and link them all up here, the previous videos. This one was the swatch tags that I made. I've got some paper in there too. There's another, I didn't put anything on the back of that one, but it's another plain card. Beautiful red lace on this one. Okay, we've got some of this fold out. Look at this beautiful rose picture. Tells you the name, the country of origin, and the name and everything. So stunning. Got some more paper lace, like a lace doily. It's a writing space. This one here is some of that drawer paper, but I've put 2 doilies on it so you can write things here. There's another little tuck spot there. Aren't they beautiful, these pictures? Absolutely beautiful. So I'll just put a bit of collaging on the side of that. And here's the watercolour roses that we did, the loose watercolour roses, which I'll try and link up here as well. And that's got journal card that I made with a little retro gift card as well. Gift card. So I really like how that turned out. I ended up adding a little cluster of things to the side of it. And some more of my stenciling. And that's another piece of that beautiful drawer liner. So pretty. So here's another pocket, and that's made of the scrapbooking Pretty Petals. And it's just got a couple little bits and pieces in there with this blue sort of lace. And on the other page I made a little pocket to sort of match in with all the other roses here, and it's got a little journal card in here called the Rose Fairy. A little pocket there with some bits in it, bingo card and stuff. There's another piece of that beautiful jelly printing. So, you know, you get a bit of my handmade bits and pieces in here, my artwork, which I enjoy putting in my junk journals. There's some more fun fibre on the back of another big rose that you can journal on. Look at the colour of this one. Isn't it beautiful? Absolutely stunning. This pocket here was some wrapping paper, and I've just put a little cluster of pictures on here and cut this out of a book that says gratitude and turned it into a little journal card. Alright, that's Casey Craft paper, but that's one of my digitals that I printed on the back of it, just so it's not so plain. Some writing space, some more writing space here, bits of paper in that one. Another journaling card. This one was the Cottage Rose, and I've turned one of my, I might have done this one online as well, this pocket. Let's put a bit of glue on that. So it's got a journal card in it and some writing papers, and I'll just put a little cluster of bits and pieces here. You can see the cute little rose, what do you call it, some sort of trim it is. God, I found a whole heap of it from the op shop. Nearly everything in this book came from the op shop, except for my artwork. We've got some more papers here. Beautiful big stenciled rose. More rose books. writing paper. There's a couple of plainish ones in there for whoever gets the book to do things as well. Now this here is another one of my creations, and it was a little pocket, glassine pocket that I made, and I made these roses out of what do you call them, the pattern paper, you know, that you get sewing patterns with. So I'll try and link that video up here as well. That they were what did I call them? Can't remember now. Scrap roses or something like that. But yeah, so I thought, well, why not? I'll use it in here as well. So that's a little pocket. Yeah, there's some bit of paper in here, vintage paper. We've got some beautiful, look at the beautiful lace on that. And look at how old this lace is. This one's very vintage and beautiful. So I got a nice, lace collection as well now too. So, and that, and and there's the, you know, right at the beginning we had the piano paper. Well, right at the end of that first signature, I've got the end of it, and it folds out like this, and there's plenty of spaces to write on that. And that just folds back there, and that's the end of the first signature. Second signature starts with some more of this beautiful scrapbook paper from Pretty Petals, from Spotlight. And I've printed a sheet rose on the back of that, one of my fabrics, and just got a little collage here, more paper, more grid paper, another little just bit there where I've just left it, just that little bit bare that someone else can add something to it. And here's that little book that we made, and I've put some collaging down the side of it. And then you can open it up and you can put something in here and write in the little book and put something in there. And that's just a journal card that I made. And this pocket here is just another I think there's a few tickets in here that, or tags that came from Tracy Fox collection, but most of them are I've stamped out and made myself. Another bit of that cute fibre there. There's a few, how many? I think there's three bits of writing paper there, just random in there. So another piece of that crazy craft paper. Some beautiful lace, just some simple stenciling, book page. This is cute, isn't it? This is one of the little Tim Holtz girls, and that's some of my gel print paper. And on the back of that we've got some more of this fun fibre and another big rose journal card, some collaging down there too. Alright, this side some tea-dyed paper. Oh, excuse me, yawning. It's a cold old rainy day here. I've got my husband here, came home because it was too wet for them to work in. He's asleep with Pickle in bed. Some more collaging down the side. Beautiful book page this is, and I've just opened it up, just added it there so you can open it up and write inside. Another little pocket here with the index paper. This is the biggest index paper I have. This and pink and a white one, but it was all found from the op shop. All this stuff was found from the op shop. And then we've got some more beautiful book page of roses. Some paper doily with some simple stenciling. And look at this. These beautiful prints. Absolutely stunning. And then on the back of that I've printed one of my sheets that had roses on it and added some of this tartan bias binding. Another little paper bag. Here's some of that drawer lining paper with some old lace stuck to it, and some just simple stenciling. This is the printout of that right in the front. Okay, so before I stuck it in there, I made sure I got a digital copy of it, because that's absolutely stunning. This, I love this. I put it throughout the journal. Tiny little roses on green thread. This was another printout of some fabrics I have. Yeah, big yellow rose in that book. Some tracing paper. Other little roses. Look at that. The pictures are just stunning. You can see why I didn't want to choose which side, so I've just folded it so you can enjoy both of them, or whoever gets this book. That's some of my tea dyed paper. It's beautiful how that turned out. Some bits of writing paper in here. This is a, hang on, let me get it out. Oh, that doesn't come out, sorry. This is a journal card that I made, and I backed it on some of my jelly plate. And then this is a flap that just flaps open. I made some of these quite a while back, and just distressed them and put a little plastic film on it. So, and I've just put a little fabric hinge on there. This is like a little picture. Got some more fun fibres on there. And in this pocket, look at that picture, isn't it beautiful? And in this pocket, I've just cut a piece of my gel printing, and you can use that to write on, use it as a journal card. I think it's just beautiful. And some of the back there, the other side. And then we've got some just plain paper. And here's some more scrapbook paper with some pretty lace on it. Look at that on camera, that looks bright red, but in person it's a burgundy colour. That, isn't that funny? And on this side, I've got some more paper for you to journal on, more of my printout, and another one of those beautiful roses. Some tea dyed paper, some stenciling. This one's got some rose book information, roses in the garden. And any of these pages, you know, that you don't, or if you want to add space or write somewhere, don't hesitate to either gesso over it or stick something over it yourself. That's, you know, that's what it's there for. Especially, you know, big pages like that, you could put something over just half of it and you could write on that or whatever. So we've got some more of those drawer liner papers, some more of this gorgeous scrapbooking paper, and that brings us to the middle of the second signature. And this one has got a huge envelope in there, doesn't have anything in it yet. Made it out of a huge book that I found on roses. So we got two of those envelopes from that book in this journal. Some more of that, and fibre, and the bias binding. And there's more papers in here too, you know, with roses on it that you can journal on. Little cluster of just tickets and things here, that my homemade tickets. You can see, I think I've got a video on Instagram when I made them, so you can pop over to my Instagram and have a look there. All the links are below in the description box. So that was just a whole scrapbook page, and I just folded it up so I didn't have to cut anything off that one to make the middle pockets. Some more stenciling, beautiful rose pictures. There's just another little pocket I don't have anything in, and some more stenciling, writing paper. Here was another of those sewing pattern ideas, And if this one was the rolled rose, I'll try and leave a link up there to that as well, that video. And it's just got little journal cards in it that I made. Yes, does that come out? Oh, yep. So they've just got stuff in the back of them like that. And then we've got some beautiful laces on all them pages. Oops. I like the picture of the old guy with the pipe digging in the garden. So you could collage on that as well. That would look really nice. More writing space here. This here was something I found from the op shop. It was a stitched big rose patch. They were beautiful. And so I just put that on my scanner and printed it out. Put a little a couple of little stamped labels and that there, and there's a little card there with a rose in it that I found at the op shop. More of that beautiful paper, and some plain paper, and some more of my gel printing. This one's got some pretty pink lace on the side of it, just with a little collage there, a little tag collage, and they just looked really nice. I'm really happy how they all came out, all those gel prints. Some papers there, another piece of my tea dyed paper with the tablecloth. Here's another fold out rose. Look how beautiful they are. Just couldn't choose which ones to cut up. Some tracing paper. Yeah, that big yellow rose page. This one here's got some more fun fibre on it. Oh, I'm scooting along there. And another journal card with a big rose. They're beautiful. Some more of that drawer liner. There's another pocket here with these beautiful roses. They're just stunning. Every page is packed with something beautiful. Another paper doily. Another rose page. Another vintage book. There's a little pocket up here there. I sort of tried to utilise, you know, bits and pieces that I cut out so that I could put it back into the journal. Here's a vintage rose picture here from a book. Don't you love the photography? There's a napkin, like out the front of it, but another piece of that napkin. Check out this lace. How pretty is that? It's on some tea dyed paper. So with a little collage there. This here was one of my doilies that I've scanned. This is a beautiful one, this one. And I've just made it into a little flip in the book. And I attached it down here, but I've covered that with some collaging, which turned out good. So you can journal on the back of that. Isn't that beautiful, this orange paper? And it's holding in another little rose card with the fun fibres on it. And that's what this one looks like. Aren't they gorgeous? So that's my gel printing magazine page. There's some plain paper there with some stenciling. Casey craft paper. There's some pages there for you to write on. And here's the other pocket of my artwork here with the watercolor roses and the specimen tag. And then this is out of another little address book, and I've just made that into a journal card. Where did you get down? And then there's some papers there as well with roses on it, and I just put a little collage and on the side of that, and it looks quite cute. Got some nice lace on that. That's one of my the backing paper of that. That's another one of my tea dyed pages. It's got beautiful roses on it, and some more stenciling, some more paper, and the last page has just got a bit of collaging on it with some lace, and that's the last page. And then down here I've got a little thing that says quality checked by me, and then the date that I've made it. Put a little bit of stenciling on the which turned out really good. Stenciling on this doily at the back, and then that's it. I'll see if I can get rid of that. So that's my book, my rose journal. Oh, see, it's a big Bertha. Got some stuff in it. I love going like this. Seeing all the things you put in it and all the time it takes, and but it's like, you know, I just I like doing a lot of it off camera. It just it's very therapeutic for me. So that's the closure. I hope you'll like the closure on that. There's a belt found at the op shop, stretchy belt. Alright, so that's my rose junk journal. I'll have all the info below in the description box, and the links to my Etsy store where it'll be for sale there. And you can also see in my Etsy store all the digital doilies that I've got up there. I've put a few new sets in there. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, if you're new here, I would love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. Press that bell button for notifications. Give me a thumbs up, and yeah, say hello. Love to have you here with me on my channel, and I will catch you again real soon for a new make. Bye.